Tony Farmer, age 18, was just convicted of kidnapping and felonious assault when he should have been evaluating basketball scholarship offers and deciding which institution to attend. Farmer's fall is only one of the many bizarre online responses to court sentences. Some are aggressive, some are humorous, and others are horrifying. All are on YouTube. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today, we'll be looking at 5 guilty convicts reacting to life sentences. Yeah, you heard it right. This is Shondell Jackson. He's in the courts in Milwaukee County for a sentence for the murder of a university student. According to reports, 18-year-old Jackson and his friends were on the lookout for victims when they spotted him leaving a bar. Nathan Potter, the 21-year-old victim, was a college student at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. He was followed, approached, and demanded money. When Jackson discovered that Potter lacked cash, he shot him, resulting in his death. Officials stated that Jackson escaped to Mississippi the day following the murder of Potter. According to reports, Jackson's uncle tipped off the police about his location at the time of his arrest. During his trial, Jackson could be seen making motions towards the victim's family, and as he was let out of the courthouse, he could be seen smiling at the family. Now, seconds before Jackson's sentencing, his mother informed the court that she first learned about the murder on television. Jackson now expresses regret for his actions and apologizes for his conduct. He said, "Please do not take away my life." Jackson loses temper when the court pronounces life sentences without the chance of parole. As deputies restrain Jackson, one of Jackson's family members can be heard screaming to the victim's family. His accomplice pled guilty to acting as a lookout and was sentenced to 12 years in jail, while Jackson is serving a life term without the possibility of parole. This is Jennifer Mee in Pinellas County. At the age of 19, she was arrested on allegations of first-degree murder, but this was not the first time Mee captured the attention of the public. When she was 15 years old, an uncontrollable attack of hiccups brought her international recognition. The media lost interest in her when she was cured of her hiccups and was no longer known as the Hiccup Girl until she was arrested. She was accused of planning a heist with online acquaintances. She allegedly recruited her boyfriend at the time, Lamont Noon, and another acquaintance, Lauren Rafer, to help rob victims. Mee met a 22-year-old man that she met online. She lured him to an empty house where her 2 companions robbed and murdered him. They received $50 for robbing and murdering Mee. Rayford and Newton shared a residence and were arrested within hours of the incident. When Mee was initially arrested, she was incarcerated and had recorded a phone conversation with her mother in which she confirmed her role. Mee was convicted of first-degree murder when the jury rendered a guilty verdict. The judge will now pronounce his sentence. Her co-defendants Rayford and Newton were both convicted and sentenced to life in prison for first-degree murder. This is Dylan Shoemaker in a Buffalo, New York courthouse. At the time of his conviction for second-degree murder at the age of 16, he was caring for his girlfriend's child when she left for work that evening. He was in the Springville home that he shared with his parents when later that evening, Shoemaker assaulted the 23-month-old child, causing fatal injuries. Later, Dylan Shoemaker would be arrested and charged with the toddler's murder as well as child abuse. Shoemaker is found guilty of second-degree murder despite his claim that he was only trying to stop the infant from weeping and that he had no intention of hurting or killing the child. Now observe carefully as he enters the courtroom before he could set up his defense table. He begins sobbing and apologizing to everyone. When he was awaiting his trial, he spoke with his mother on the phone, and the call was recorded. Now the judge will explain what Shoemaker said to his mother during a phone call. Eventually, Shoemaker was given the maximum sentence, but his sentence was later reduced to 18 years to life. This is Brandon Spencer in the Los Angeles County Superior Court. 4 counts of attempted homicide were brought against him. "I apologize for what occurred. Spencer, 19, attended a crowded Halloween party on the campus of the University of Southern California in Los Angeles. Suddenly, gunfire erupted and chaos ensued. Some ran in horror while others hid." According to reports, Spencer also escaped, but he was captured by the LAPD in a parking lot half a mile away for questioning. He was charged with 4 charges of attempted murder a few days later. 4 individuals were hurt, but no one was killed. During the trial, prosecutors maintained that the shooting was the consequence of a feud between Spencer and a rival gang member, and that Spencer himself was a proven, well-known gang member. This is Martese Fuller in Kenosha County, Wisconsin. He is charged with murdering his ex-girlfriend and attempting to murder her mother. Reportedly, 15-year-old Martese Fuller entered his ex's residence while armed with a firearm, and his ex-girlfriend was shot and died while listening to music in her bedroom. The mother emerged from her bedroom after hearing gunshots to find herself face-to-face with the shooter. She was wounded twice. She would identify Martese Fuller to the police after surviving the shooting. Fuller entered a not guilty plea, but the jury disagreed and found him guilty of first-degree intentional killing. After the jury convicted Fuller guilty on 3 counts, he presented what appeared to be a motion for the very first time throughout the trial. During his sentencing, Fuller maintained his innocence, as he had moments earlier, before being sentenced to life in prison. He prepared a statement for the courtroom. The judge will now pronounce the sentence. Fuller appears to be entirely in phase, as he is condemned to spend the remainder of his life in prison. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so that you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section below. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next video.